Good afternoon, everybody. This is a recap of our Tuesday, October 18th County Board work session. We approved our minutes from the Tuesday, October 11th regular session. Went on to our consent agenda, and there were 3 items on it, all of which were passed on to next week's regular session. And number 1 was to authorize our intermediate and regular oral bid auction of timber. And again, this is timber that is will be cut or sold and cut on the tax forfeit lands that Itasca County manages. And again, this is we all directly proceed from the money that's garnished by the sale of the auction. So we set that for December 8th at 10 a.m., which is a Thursday at the Cohasset Community Center. Number 2, we awarded the 2024 seedling contract to PRT USA Inc. in the amount of $63,320. And again, through our management of our tax forfeit land, we manage for timber production, and that means that we have to reseed. And so we do a certain percentage of our lands that are harvested every single year. And that's what this is about, is reseeding some of the previous year's harvested lands. And number 3 and last, we awarded a Auburn culvert replacement project. And again, this is a ATV trail, and it's a pretty significant culvert. And it went to Lakehead Contractors in the amount of $58,200. We went on to information and discussional, and we had actually 3 individuals come up with our in front of our citizen input portion. And first, an individual spoke about the potential land exchange or sale in our Veterans Memorial Forest. And the latter 2 spoke about our District Forestry personnel that we have, and felt that their pay was inadequate and needed to be looked at and perhaps readjusted. So those were all taken under advisement. Number 2 on the agenda, we heard a presentation by our administrator, Brett Skiles, and it was around the local option sales tax and payment for our Justice Center. And again, a little update and presentation on that as well. So again, it just circles back to the question that we'll all see on our ballots this fall when we vote in November, whether or not to allow a 1% sales tax to pay for the county jail and the Justice Center. So, and number 3, we had a discussion about a change in allocation of assistant accounting position by Mr. Walker, and that was taken to a vote, and we agreed to the changes that were requested at the board table. Number 4, we had a public hearing on a conditional use permit for Tom Crumroy, who lives in the 8 Mile area south of Pekegama Lake and 169, and that would be to build a indoor storage facility, and that passed unanimously as well. Next on the agenda was to talk about and authorize the proposed land exchange within that memorial forest on a leased lot. We kind of deferred, we had the discussion, but deferred any vote. The commissioner that actually brought that to the table was called out on a fire call. He's a volunteer fireman, so we'll resume that discussion next Tuesday at our regular session. Then we had a discussion about resolution authorizing proposed land exchange. And what it is, it's several 40s, 4 40s that would be exchanged out of the tax forfeit for some private land in around the Woodtick Lake area, just north of Pekegama Lake. And it was kind of a 2-served issue, is that it allows Itasca County to free themselves from any encumbrances on a lease that we would have with Hawkinson Construction close to their current gravel operations on Ridgewood Road, or County Line Road, excuse me. And it would preserve then 440s in that Woodtick Lake area that would be owned by Itasca County and provide recreation for snowmobile trails and others through that area. So it was kind of a multi-purpose exchange, and it fit everybody well. So that was approved as well. Next on the agenda, we had a late ask by the Township of Nashwauk, which normally would go under our regular budget session for the amount of $7,000 for a park improvement enhancement type project. And there would be $7,000 infused by the township as it was presented, $7,000 by the IRRB, and $7,000 from Itasca County from our tourism and economic development account to help fund that project. So we will see more information next week, and there will be a vote on it at that point. And last on our agenda, we had an update from IEDC. It was fairly lengthy, but very comprehensive on what they're doing throughout the county to enhance our economic development, bringing business in and helping sustain those businesses that are currently here. So we appreciate all the efforts from Tamara Loney, the IEDC staff, and her partners as well. Went on to some very brief committee reports and adjourned our meeting at 4:37. So thank you, everybody, and stay safe.